Okay, let's see what's going on. Hi, family. Okay, I'm up here today, family. I want to do some spiritual messages for the family. If anybody want a message, okay. I can't say what will come out during these messages, family. You all already know how it goes. So don't volunteer for a message, right? Or don't if you got some secrets that you don't want to come out, because I can't tell you what ancestors will bring out. But today I got my sweater on, family. I love this sweater, right? I got this sweater a couple of weeks ago. And I love it because I love like hoodies and things that I could pull up here and make me feel warmer, family. Hi, family. I see you all coming in. I can't really see you all, but I see you all coming in. All right. I'm gonna do some messages, family. I'm gonna do some spiritual messages for the family. Anybody who want a spiritual message, send me your birthday, and these messages is only going to go by the divine. So this is your message. This is your message. Okay, nobody else's but your message. Ancestors want, ancestors tugged me up here this morning. This morning I was doing a lot of things, and the ancestors really put a blockage on something that I was getting ready to do, right? Because I'm like, I was trying to get some things in order, and the ancestors just stopped me dead in my tracks, right? Although the ancestors has been pulling me to do this, and I already have one scheduled for my Patreon family as well, right? But just in case if I don't get up there on Patreon tomorrow, you all are welcome to just chime in today if you all want or need a spiritual message. But I actually had some other plans for today, right? And I actually had those plans scheduled, family. I had those plans scheduled. And it's like the ancestors just put this blockage up, like, no, right? You have plans scheduled, but we need you to do this today. Because I know there's somebody up here who really need this spiritual message, right, family? So I'm just going to tap into that energy today. Give some spiritual messages to the family who may need it. The only way I'm going to give the spiritual message, family, you gotta have to send me your birth date, because the ancestors is really focusing on something with some of you all, right? So we want to pull that energy out, see what the ancestors is speaking of, and see how we can get you all out of whatever rut you may be in, whatever bondage you may be in, right? Whatever kind of stagnation you may feel like you're at. We want to, you know, usher in those blessings, right? Stop these generational curses or whatever things that's going on in there. We want to stop it in its tracks, and let's open up these doors for prosperity, right? So I'm up here to do the greater good today, family. Although ancestors push me to do the greater good every single day, family. Okay, you better know that. You better know that I'm out there, right? Being the messenger that I need to be, right? I was doing my plants today. I was doing my fish today. I was doing my son turtle today. I was just giving them all the TLC, all the love they need today. And I had some other things scheduled today, and the ancestors was like, nope, that's not happening today. This is what's going to happen. So I'm up here today, right? Giving my energy to do the things that I need to do. So, family, send me the birthday. You already know how this go, family. All right. You can email me your birthday. You can send it by donation, family, your birth date, and we could jump into this, right, family? I'm taking myself off this screen as well. You all know how that goes, family. Sometimes when that energy is coming through, I know my face go through like 10 different 10 different revelations at once. So you all probably see, you know, but it's all love, family. It's all love. All right, family. So let me get ahead and take myself off of here if I can. Right. I see you all. I'm gonna read your messages in a minute. I can't really see all what you're saying. I have to get on my gadget. Let me get up here, see what all you're saying. I'm going in with my other deck, family. Um that I normally let's see, let me get up here. Let me see if I can get in here because right, let's see. Let me just get in here, family. I'm not in here. What's going on here? How am I getting this? I tell you, family, every day is something. Oh, this is my live. Yeah, this is my live. All right. I'm up. I'm in here, family. I'm in here. All right, let's get you all in here. No, I gotta put this here. I gotta put this here because I gotta bring this closer. That's right. The girl got to see what's going on. Sorry if I'm blocking you all, family. Well, you all not gonna be looking at me anyway. All right, family. Like I said, email me your birthdays or cash app it to me by donation. You already know how this goes, family. If anybody do anything other, I'm going to not even acknowledge you because I done spoke of some things already that's going on in previous lives, right? I done spoke of it. So I'm just going to say that. So you all can do that if you all need a spiritual message. And let me know if how you sent it to me so I can find it. All right, family. Hi, family. Hi, Tangelis. Hi, family. I see you all coming in. Hi, Janette. Hi, Bunk G. Hi, Abby. Hi, Reverend Bridge. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Melissa. Hi, family. I see you all coming in. All right, family. So you all know I do the messages in the order that I receive. So that's how it's gonna go. All right. I should have put this thing up here for you all to come in, right? All right, let me turn this thing. Oh, hold on, family. Because I don't want no interruptions coming through here while I'm on my live today. Oh, goodness. So, okay, let's see. Okay. All right, Brittany, I see you. Let me look and see. All right, Brittany, you have someone else ahead of you. Somebody beat you to the punch, but I know I see you all in there, family. Let me see. All right, I'm reading the message. It's been, family, I just love doing my smaller decks when it's calling to me to do it, right? I do. I do miss the feeling between my hands. So I'm gonna say that much. Okay, who am I looking at here? Valerie? Valerie, are you up here? Say something in the comment. She's here. Oh, she's there with you. Okay. All right. Okay. Got it. All right, Valerie. Um, before before I pull a message out from this deck, all right. I'm gonna say a few things to you, all right? And this is on a spiritual level. Can you hear me, Valerie? Reverend Bridge, can she hear me? I just want to make sure that she's able to hear me. Okay, y'all together. All right. But she can hear me, right? Just making sure that she can hear me. Or are you relaying what I'm saying to her? That's what I want to know. I see you saying we are together, but I just want to know. Yes, she can hear me. Okay. All right. eh, you know, this is the thing, right? We are clearly together, and you are on speaker. Okay, good, good. Um, this is the thing, Valerie. Um, it is some things that we have to be doing in our life, right? Sometimes we tend to shy away from some things and not understand that sometimes we the cause of some things, or we can allow some things to happen. And ancestors has been tugging me on a way to say that you know your daughter, right? You have a daughter, but it's more than just that. It's something going on in there, right? And in there, right? And this is even throughout childhood or anything like this, right? It's some things you gotta pay attention to, right? To the children and how the children are being raised and how they growing up and what they are doing in their life, right? Because ancestors just tugging me to situations between that child and boyfriends, right? So maybe some things that she may be going through or have been through in her life. Trauma is in there, okay? Sometimes they don't speak about these things, right? When it's trauma, sometimes they hide these things, they keep things a secret, right, Valerie? So it's important for you to have a very good relationship with your sons and your daughters, okay? If you have a son, if you have a daughter, but that's where the ancestors is taking me to, okay? Sometimes, when we don't shed light on things or help our children heal from things, you know, it become repeated cycles. So whatever you've seen play out in your children's life and that child's life, you'll see play out in your grandchildren's life, right? Great grandchildren life. That's why it's important to stop repeated cycles, right? And talk about painful things and trauma and get people out of our lives that is not doing our highest self any good, right? Get them out of your life, right? I'm reading what you said. Valerie has boys biologically, but a stepdaughter. Yeah. How's your boys? How's your boys treating your stepdaughter? How have they treated her? Right? Because there's some secrets, there's some trauma in there. Mm. Let me pull for you, Valerie. Hmm. Ooh, child, ancestors just throwing it out. All right, ancestors, go ahead and speak about it. All right. Ancestors also want you to know that, it's some things that you may have been doing in your life, right? Some things that you are trying to obtain, but you haven't been that successful at obtaining some things, right? Sometimes it's just keep us in stagnation, or you wondering why this hasn't opened up for you, why this hasn't happened for you. Um, the thing is, ancestors want you to do is look to your children, even that stepdaughter, right? And you got to start there, right? We got to recognize some things that happened, some things that went on, some things that has been hidden. It's good to talk about these things. When you talk about some things, you'll understand what I'm speaking of. Okay, because not just your own battles, right? But also, the battles that your children may be facing. And when I say children, your stepdaughter is included. Okay. Also, ancestors has put someone along your path, right? It's a good man, ancestors are saying, right? This is a good individual. So it's a plus. You have somebody there, right? Another thing is the ancestors is bringing through is know that whatever you are trying to accomplish or achieve, it will be achieved, right? Don't ever give up. Not saying that you do, but don't ever give up. If one thing knock you down, you get up and you keep on pushing forward. It's a whole lot ancestors. It's a whole lot the ancestors bringing through. Question, Valerie. When was your um when was your is your stepdaughter? Yeah, she have a good man that I prophesied to her years ago. She laughed at me. I prophesied she would get a car that would be free. That man gave it to her. Yes, yes, he's a good man. Ancestor said that. How old, Valerie? Who's the child? Who is the child? And I'm gonna say this: who is the child that is born in the early '90s? Who is the child? Is that your son? Is that your who is that child? Is that your stepdaughter? And when I say early '90s, I'm looking about 92, 93. Tell me who that child is. 91, 92, 93. Because that's what I'm seeing. Who is that child? 1991. 91. Who is that child? Her son. She just asked me to pray for him. Yeah. This is the child. Yeah. Reverend Bridge. Continue to pray for him, right? Keep him covered in those prayers. Because this is the child right here, ancestors is tugging me to, right? I'm going to keep him in prayers as well because there's some things that he's battling back there. I'm going to leave that at that. I'm going to leave that there. The main thing is teach him, right? How to love himself and how to love and respect women as well. Teach him that. That's your message, Valerie. Keep him in prayer. Valerie's mom came to Danny. Yeah. Mom have a message, right? Definitely the connection that he need to have, not with just his mother, his grandmother, but all women, right? All women. Oh yeah. It scared him. I'm reading what you're saying, Reverend Bridge. Oh yeah, I know. Let me tell you something. Reverend Bridge said you are dead on. Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah. The ancestors show me a lot. And I'm gonna say this. When spirit comes to us, family, it's for a reason, right? They give us messages, they give us warnings, they give us love, they give us healing. You understand? Our ancestors, right? Ancient, recent, however you want to call them, right? The elders, they come to us. It's for a reason. Take heed to the messages that they come forth with. I've been teaching her about the ancestor connection. He has an issue with a woman. Yeah. hmm And if he don't take heed to some messages that his grandma is coming to give him, he's going to have issues with many more women. That's why I asked you, how's your sons treating your stepdaughter? That son in particular, right? Yeah. We have to love and nurture our boys, family. Know that. We have to love and nurture them. We have to be doing these things. So I'm gonna leave that message there. I can get deep into this, but I'm gonna leave it there because I know I have others that I have to get to. But yes, that is your job, Valerie, to teach, especially that son. Teach all your sons, right? How it is to love and honor, respect, and cherish women as well. So that's your message. Mhm. Yeah, that's a good man back there. I'm gonna say that much. Ancestors done threw it out. Hmm. Yep. Make sure the same love that you are receiving, you give it out. Right? Yeah. Staying wholesome and divine for that man who's going to do the same for you in return. Right? That's your message, Valerie. All right, let me look and see who's next. Oh, this feels so good, family, to do this bridge in here. You all don't understand, family. I sat there and I'm just chit-chatting, family, with you all right now. But I sat there and I said, because my ancestors deck, family, you all know them ancestor cards were made specifically for me to do some things, right, with my victimized cases. And sometimes I mix the feel of my regular deck, right? I'm working with my regular deck. And one day I was in meditation and the ancestors told me, ancestors said, go back to your roots, right? And I know exactly what that meant, right? Sometimes the ancestors bring us forward to take us backwards, right? Because we never must forget where we come from, right? Never forget where you come from. So I said, okay. So the last few days I've been working back with my regular deck, right? Taking it back because a lot of things I learned spiritually and that's from my family, right? From in my bloodline, we have a lot of gifts. Some things my grandma showed me, and I said I'm gonna take it back, right? So today I'm in my regular deck. I'm taking it back, right? Going back to my roots today. All right, I have seen the warning. Reverend Bridge said, I have seen the warning. Oops, let me see. I have seen the warning. You are confirmation of what I just said. Thank you, Tika. She says thank you also. She is very welcome. You are very welcome, Valerie. Okay, keep that hedge of protection around your son, around all your sons and your stepdaughter, right? Definitely do that, right? Because I know that although adults, when they become adults, they don't talk about much family. And one thing ancestors laid on me is that when we hold on to trauma, especially childhood trauma, and we don't speak about it with our parents, or our parents don't, if they're not vested, and that doesn't mean that you're not a good parent, but if you're not watching every single thing that your child does or reactions of every single thing, sometimes you'll miss something, right? That will lead you to something that you may need to know about your child. And sometimes when that trauma build up and you hold on to it, sometimes you traumatize other people or you allow other people to traumatize you going forward. Right? So there's a lot of things we must do in here. hmm With our children. All right, let's see. Let's see who's next. If I could just get this. And this don't move when I'm coming in and out. Um, let me click on that so I know where I'm at. Cause family, honey. Okay. Who is this? This is Britney. Mhm. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Um, All right, let's see. Now, before I go into this deck, Brittany, and we're going to look at some things. Right? We're going to look at some things. The one thing I'm gonna look at is is this man in here. You well? I'm here. Well, thank you. Thanks for what you are doing. You are very welcome, Brittany. Um, one thing I'm gonna look at is this man, right? Um, who is this man? Is this your husband? Is this your husband? Is this just your boyfriend? You got a kid with this man? A son in particular, Brittany. You have 3 children with your ex-husband. Okay. You be mindful. Yes, we have a son together and 2 daughters. Yeah. You be mindful, okay, of any relationship you get in going forward. All right. Because the ancestors are saying that you need to know all about being a mother and making sacrifices for your children. That's what you need to know about, right? Being a mother and making sacrifices for your children. So you need to be mindful of any relationship that you get into, and you need to put your children first. So if they're not suitable for your children, it's not suitable for you. And sometimes we think family when we get in a relationship that the man is for me, right? Because I hear this. I hear people speak like this. The man is for me. They ain't got nothing to do with my children. They're gonna have their own life. You gonna pay the consequences for that. You understand? Because the ancestors are saying you're gonna pay the consequences, right? Receive. That's why I've been single for so long. That's right. That's right. And you make sure anything that you do in this stage of mothering your children, because they're not adults yet, you make sure every relationship that you get into is based around your children. You understand? If not, you're gonna pay the consequences. Right? That's a warning. That's a warning, Brittany. That is a warning. So I'm gonna leave that message right there. Right? Let's see what the ancestors want you to know. Oh, child. Come on, ancestors just throwing it out. We know, ancestors. We know. And yes, Ashe to the ancestors is correct. I'm gonna say this, Brittany, because and that's crazy because not only did the ancestors tug me in that way of your divine message, and I tell you that that comes as a warning, right? That energy comes as a warning. I'm also going to say this because ancestors actually threw out some things, right, about the loneliness that you're feeling, right, from the lack of a relationship, and that's okay because a lot of that is temptation. Sometimes it make us want to get ahead and jump out there, dive out there, and be with somebody, right? Although we shouldn't, because we get lonely, we have needs, but we have to make sure that the children, remember what I said, the children is greater than any need that you may have. Okay, because we go through those period of times where we may need that someone on a different kind of level, right? But always put the children first. Okay. So I'm going to say that, Brittany. I done told you that it comes as a warning, right? The prosperity and blessings is going to come thereafter because right now you are definitely being tested. You're definitely, you know, what's being tested? Your strength and your faith. This is all being tested, Brittany. So I want you to know that. Hang in there, because I'm seeing the prosperity and the blessings, but right now you're going through a test. And sometimes the test is we want to see how easily you give up. If you're going to go right or if you're going to go left. Right, Brittany? So right now, you're going to do the right thing. Okay? That's how you're going to get out of any kind of stagnation and bondage. Right? So that is for you, Brittany. Brittany says you are spot on. I know. Ancestors are spot on with it. Oh yeah, I know. I tell you, family, everything come from the ancestors, right? Oh yeah, they know. They know what we doing. And so that is your message. All right. Um, Definitely keep yourself in meditation, Brittany. Keep yourself in prayer, right? Keep that barrier of protection also around you and your children. Keep that barrier of protection, right? The Most High is going to send you the right person at the right time to be in yours and your children's life. Until then, you stay to yourself with your children. Take care of your children, right? Because what I'm seeing, if you go against what the ancestors are saying, you're going to pay, right? You're going to pay for that. So that's your message, Brittany, right? You got this. You got this, right? We conquering over here. We conquering, right? Family, I'm going to have to catch the rest on replay. Valerie and I were listening on speaker, but she works in a laundromat and two different bad energies have come over to us. Okay, not a problem, Reverend Bridge. Understood. I see what's going on spiritually. Have to close this portal. Send it in prayers to all you. You are very welcome, Reverend Bridge. Yes. Brittany says, I have been praying my way through, holding faith. This is my confirmation. Thank you and many blessings. You are very welcome, Brittany. Yes, yes. I want you all to know, family, that a lot of things that we go through in life, there are tests and lessons, right? And lessons. So anywhere we fell short at, take it as a lesson, right? And don't repeat it again because that was a lesson. Make it a lesson learned. So many things going on out here, family. So many things going on out here, right? So, yes, we get tested in many ways. And temptation is something else, right? Because the flesh can be weak in many, many ways. Many ways, family. So, yes, keep yourself in prayer and meditation. right? I tell you, family, I'm in prayer and meditation every single day. And that is not a lie. I'm meditating and in prayer every day with my ancestors. Okay. All right, let's see who's next. All right. Every time when if I don't touch this thing cuts completely off on me. All right, let me see who's in here. All right, let me hit this so I know. All right, got that. If I send you family, if I send you all a refund back, that means you didn't put your birthday in there for me to give you the spiritual message that you need, right? So that's what that is for. Because I'm hitting refunds right now, right? If you sent your birthday, put it in there in the section where you can say a little whatever it is that you want to say in there. Okay. But that's what I'm doing. I'm hitting some refunds back for some of you also. Look and see if you the ones that got refunded. Because I'm definitely refunding. I tell you, family, I have no problem sending refunds, right? No problem at all. And somebody once asked me, Mister, you give refunds? I sure do, real quick. Soon as I see it, I sure do. Uh-huh. All right. Who is this? This is Janette. Janette. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Janette. All right, let me put these steps up. Janette. I'm on you, Janette. I sent back some refunds, family. Check your cash app because that means you was missing something. Janette, are you in here? Oh, maybe it's Janet. I don't know. Probably botching it up. I think it's Janette. Let me double check. Janette. All right, I'm gonna skip you, Janette. What is this? It's saying, I thought it was on Sunday, so glad I got on. Angel, like I thought it was Sunday. Um, Hi, Janette. Yes, Angel. Yes. Um, I am doing Sunday too, right? I am doing Sunday too. Okay. Hopefully. But as far as I know, I am doing Sunday too because I wasn't supposed to be up here today, but the ancestors tugged me up here today. All right. So that's why I'm up here today. All right, Jeanette, let's look at some things with you, with the ancestors is bringing through this energy that's coming through here. Jeanette says, yeah, okay, I'm here. Yes, you said it right the first time, Jeanette. Okay, okay. All right, Jeanette. Hmm. Um, ancestors is hmm. Jeanette, ancestors is really tugging me in this area that tells me you and just you and men in general, right? You and men in general. Um, you know, But sometimes we got to look at why we or people do the things that they do, right? Sometimes other people play a role in how we may live our life in the future, right? How we may live our life. I'm gonna say this. I don't think you are a grandparent yet, right, Janette? I don't think you're a grandparent yet. You could be, right? But I believe you have a son, right? I believe you have a son. The way this energy is coming through. This is the thing. You can share it if you want, right? This is the thing. You're gonna have to watch out for your children, for your grandchildren. This is what's going on, right? You have to watch out. Ancestors is tugging me that something happened back there. All right, Janette? You may remember, you may not remember, right? Depending, right? No grandkids, no grandchildren, not yet. Something happened back there, right? And you may remember, you may not remember. Like I said, two girls, watch them. Watch your girls. I'm reading what you're saying. You're not a grandparent yet, no son, but you got two girls. Watch your girls, right? Watch your girls. Um, and it could have been some things that already played out. You may know, you may not know, right? Something could have happened to you. A repetitive cycle could have happened to your daughters, right? Talk to your daughters, right? Ancestors, one thing ancestors always say is look to our children. Look to your children. See, somewhere back there is an uncle in there, right? Janette is an uncle back there somewhere, right? You have to watch your children, right? Your children may be a little bit older now, but even if it's not, watch your children. Not just around their uncle, but any man, right? Any man. Let's see what the ancestors talking about in here. Ancestors. Ancestors is giving me confirmation into some things, right? And one thing I'm gonna say, Janette, is somebody around you. This is a man. Ancestors even bringing it back out, right? It's a man. See, I have a past that this is referring to. Okay. Okay. Visions or memories are starting to come through very clouded, but coming through. It, you know what? Be receptive of it, right? When it does come through, because these things, when it comes through, we have to allow it to come through, right? Any pain and trauma, right? Don't ever be shameful of your past or whatever happened or whatever you have done or whatever someone have done to you. Never ever be ashamed, right? That's one thing the ancestors has taught me, because when we keep pain and trauma, when we keep that hidden inside and we don't talk about it and we don't allow that to be a living testimony of some things that we've been through, so we can heal and we can help others heal, because some people are in similar situations as us, or they have been through something similar that we have been through. See, it kills us inside, it shortens our lifespan. That's why it's important. That's why I do these messages, and the ancestors have me do it just like I'm doing it now, right? Because when I ask questions, family, let me tell you something. Those questions, when I ask and you all respond, these be confessions, right? This also be us talking about it, utilizing yourself as a living testimony, right? See, it's some things we must speak about in order to shame the devil. So that demon that's running rampant and who has done things to us, see, we need to talk about it and bring it to the light, right? That's how we get out of bondage, family. See, that's one thing that they don't tell us about. But see, the ancestors has taught me. That's why I do that. It's not for me to know, right? Because I already know. Once the ancestors throw things out, I already know what's going on, right? So it's not for me to know, right? It's for your own self, right? Walk in your truth, right? That's why the platform be open for you all. Walk in your truth, right? You got to shed light on these demons, right? When you talk about some things and let it come through, it helps to heal the soul. And let me tell you something, don't ever hide things from your children, right? When things like that has happened or you can remember things, bring it to the light. Yes, we need to teach our children. That's how our children bring things to the light as well. And that's how they don't keep trauma going, right? They don't hide things when it happens. They tell us about it. We nip it in the bud right away, ASAP. You understand, family? This is why we doing this. So I'm gonna say this, Janette. Although things may be cloudy, and that's okay, right? Whatever come through, allow it to come through, because some things we got to make peace with our past, that has happened. We can't change the past, but we can do better for our future. Your future, those are those children right there, right? That's your future. So you make sure you talk about all the trauma and any deception with your children. So that way your children know what to look for if somebody tried to do something to them. Ancestors had already been tugging on me to watch a certain person around your own children, some daughters of yours, okay? Because cycles repeat itself. When we don't talk about things that happen to us, see, it tend to repeat themselves with our children or with our grandchildren. You understand? So right here, what happened or what you felt like, you can't really recall, you can't really remember, it's still kind of cloudy, but you have visions of some things, right? That's something you try to block out from the trauma, but also know that that same thing that you're trying to block out will manifest itself through your children, right? So talk to your children about touches and, you know, inappropriateness, okay? Even with your own family. I'm sorry to say, family, but this is happening within our own family. You have brothers, Janette? Answer me that. You have brothers? Answer that for me. Hmm. Okay. The ancestors is talking about some things here. Um, Another thing I'm gonna say, Janette, I'm seeing a lot of prosperity. Answer that if you have brothers, right? Answer that for me. But one thing I'm gonna say is, yes, I do try and block. And question is if it's real. Yeah, it's very real, right? It's very real. Yes, you have brothers. Watch your brothers, right? Watch all men around you, around your girls. But definitely, the ancestors is calling to a brother, right? And that's who comes in as the culprit. Well, one of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And trust me, follow your intuition. You understand? Follow your intuition. Follow your intuition, honey. You got this. Okay? That's you watch them around your children. I'm the type of person, once the ancestors give me a sign about something, and I know I have to watch, if I have to watch you every minute, I don't want you around. Me or my children. I'm sorry. The love have to come from a distance at that point because I know the ancestors always said you better put your children first. You understand? See, some people up here don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, right? They don't want to hear that. But you better put your children first, family, because I could show you some things how it will. If you don't put your children first, if you don't make sacrifices for your children, I can tell you all some things, family, and I could show it through you. You understand? So please take heed to the messages. I know I done seen some things, right? I done seen some things. Ancestors done show me some things and I don't watched it play out. You understand? So definitely watch your children, Janette. Okay. Ancestors also want to let you know that prosperity and abundance is definitely along your path. All right, Janette. Okay, you got some work to do, right? You got some healing to do. You got some talking to do with your girls. You have some things to do, right? If you need some financial help as well, that's coming. Go in prayer, go into meditation, because what it is that you need and want, the ancestors sure will provide. The Most High will provide it for you. And I'm seeing some things. It's like you probably had to put some things on a standstill, right? Because of maybe something happened financially, and it just called for a change of plans, right? Maybe you had to put money towards something else that was more important than something else you wanted to do, right? Whatever's going on in there. I'm gonna say this: the ancestors basically are saying that the prosperity, the financial abundance is there, right? Right now, some things that you must do in order to release that, okay? Because it's there, honey. It's there, right? But you got to do some things to show that you're worthy of the blessings that's going to come. Because I'm seeing once these blessings come, it's going to be continuous blessings coming, right? It's going to be continuous blessings, right? And I'm talking about financial blessings. So, I mean, ancestors are saying that these doors is opening up for you for prosperity in that area, right? With your finances, with your wealth, okay? But it's some things we have to do, and sometimes we be tested in one way. So sometimes things hold us in bondage, and once we get out of that bondage, once we stop something, right, then here's the prosperity that we've been looking for. All right. So right now you got some things to do, right? You got some things to do before those unlock, but it's there. Thank you, Miss T. Needed this today. So thankful. You are very welcome, Janette. You are very welcome. That's your message, right? Yes, honey. Give your thank yous, give your ashes to the Most High now, today, because it's there. Jeanette said, yes, that's spot on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Give your ashes, right? Give your ashes. Don't wait until the blessing get here, family. Do it now. When you all know that you need them doors to open up for something, show gratitude now as if you already have it. Show the gratitude now because it's coming. One thing the universe loves is when you show gratitude. And when you show gratitude, them doors unlock, family. Right? I'm showing gratitude every day for the Most High, the universe, and the ancestors every day. I'm showing gratitude, right? Because I know without my ancestors, I know without the Most High who walks through me, walks through you, right? I wouldn't be able to do none of this, right? I wouldn't be able to be up here and scribe. I wouldn't be able to deliver the messages. I wouldn't, you understand? So I give all the gratitude to them. It's some things that we have to be doing, family, right? To keep doors open for prosperity and blessings, right? So I want you all to know that. Um, I feel like marriage is a bondage and holding me back. My marriage. Yeah. Ancestors said the men, all men, right? All men. Um, all men. So I'm just say that this marriage, right? Um, that you speak of, this marriage that you speak of, is this your children's stepfather? Talk to me, Janette. Is this your children's stepfather? You're very welcome, Janette. I asked you a question. I asked you, is this your children's stepfather? Yes, yes, yes. The stepfather. hmm This is why the ancestors took me so hard about not just all men, right? I said that. Or I want you to go back and listen to your message. So not only do I have to look at the uncle, right? And some things with you, your brother, but I gotta look at the stepfather. You understand? Because all men was the first message the ancestors gave me when I was tapping into you. All men, right? Yeah. Sometimes we don't think that certain people be capable of doing things, but watch all men around your children and have a talk with them. All right, Janette? So I'm just gonna leave that there. Right? All righty. Let's see who is next. You got this, Janette. Yes, step parent. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because somebody in here, I'm gonna say this, Janette. Somebody in here, they love women. You understand? They have it's like a cycle. So this is like they love sex. All right? They love things like that. And when you have somebody who is like that, when you around a man, especially who is like that, you have to watch them, right? Around other women, around your daughters, you gotta watch them. You understand? You have to do those things, right? You are very welcome, Janette. All right, let's see who's up here. All right, I gotta go back, family. Where am I at? All right. All right. Hold on, family. That's my papa. Everybody is sleeping. I know that was you because you the only one that come and creep by my door. Mm. Hungry. You hungry? You want a toaster strudel? Yeah. Right. It's some downstairs. Sorry, family. That's my papa. Everybody is sleeping. Everybody is sleeping. My papa just woke up. I heard him over by my door. All right. Let's see. Let me see who's next, family. Kayla? Family, you all know I be botching these names up, and I don't mean to. Keela says me. All right, I see you, Keela. All right, Janette said that's my husband, constant cheater. Yeah, you gotta watch him too, Janette. I'm just seeing your comment now. All right, I'm just seeing this comment now. Yeah. Yeah, I picked up that energy. All right. So definitely some things going on in there. All right, Keela. All right, let's see what the ancestors need you to know, Keela. Ancestors, you know what? Thank you, ancestors. Ancestors is definitely on it. Why the ancestors, today I wasn't supposed to come up here. I'm gonna say that, family. I was not supposed to come up here today. But somehow the ancestors threw like put up this brick wall and like, no, this is what we need you to do today. And the messages that's coming out today is, oh my goodness, this energy that's coming through here. And I see why the ancestors wanted me to come up here today. Right? So I'm thankful that I'm just obedient to when the ancestors tell me something. I'm doing it. I'm on it. Right? I'm on it. Ancestors know I'm on it. All right. I'm going to say this, right? Keela, right? Keela, I'm on you. This is your message, right? You married? You married, Keela? I done took this off, so I can't even scroll down. All right, let me put this back on. Keila says, the last I spoke with you, you were right before I had my surgery. Yeah. You're married, Keila? Because it's definitely a man in the center of some things. Who no just what? No, you just with someone? Yeah. You have a child? You have a daughter? So you have a boyfriend. Yes. You have a boyfriend. Yes, you have a daughter. How's that working? Because all I'm picking up is that it, you're gonna need to be in the center of their relationship. Are they getting along in there? What's going on in there? Some things going on in there. You have 7 children, all grown. Woo, child. sending you blessings. And your children, all grown. I'm going to say this, right? Because everything has been centered around your children and your relationships. So I know that I have relationships, the ancestors just tugging me to, that you have been in that wasn't any good for your children, right? Or these casual relationships that you just, you know, you just with them for pleasures and move along. But also some children that wasn't fond of some of these, or a relationship, I'm just going to say, right, Kayla? So it's some things that you have to do. It's some things that you have to do, right? I know you said your children are grown, but it doesn't matter if your children are grown, right? It's still some things that we need to do, right, with our family as family. So it's some things that if your adult children bring up some things, right, don't deny it or don't try to hide it, because sometimes our children get older and they may throw things up in our face. We need to address it and acknowledge it, and that's what's going on in here. Address things and acknowledge it, right? You've been with him for 23 years. Okay. How's his health? How's his health? And the reason why I'm saying that is because ancestors has tugged me somewhere with this individual, and where I'm being tugged to, it's not a good place, right? He's paralyzed. Okay. And I hate, and I'm sending prayers, right? I'm sending prayers. I'm sending prayers to him for his health. Yeah. You just keep prayer over him, because I don't know, ancestors, and I hate to have to say this, but when the ancestors bring something through, I must speak on it, right? Because when I don't speak on it and I hold it, the ancestors get on me about it, because it's not for me. The message is not for me to keep. The message is for me to give to you, right? But just stay in prayer around your health, his health, right? One leg cut off. Yeah, yeah. Because the ancestors is saying like this is going to be the year for some major changes. When did he get his leg cut off, Kayla, if you don't mind me asking? Oh yeah, I'm telling you. It's just sometimes family, it's not what I have to say, it's the deliverance of it, right? He got his leg amputated 13 years ago. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna say this. He this year you're gonna see some changes, right? In his health, right? I'm gonna just leave that there. But keep prayer over him, right? Over his health, over your health too, right? Nobody is promised tomorrow, family, but this is the year, right? This is the year ancestors are saying some changes is going to happen. So I'm gonna leave that message there. Yeah, this is the year. Um, if I don't touch this, if I don't tackle this screen, it'll close out on me. All right, let's see what the ancestors want you to know. You have 2 heart attacks, though. Could it be me? Because he seems to trust me. Well, you know what? We're gonna put blessings out there over you and him. All right? Because either way, the energy is unsettling for this year for health, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see what the ancestors throw out. We're gonna just read what you're saying, Kayla, but we're gonna child. Ancestors. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Ancestors threw some things out, right? Um, it's just some changes that's coming about. This is the thing. Stay in prayer, Kayla. Stay in prayer for you and him, and also watch people who come along, because the ancestors is just tugging me about a friend, right? A friend that comes along. You be mindful of any friend that come along. I'm just gonna put this out there, all right, Kayla. I'm just gonna put this out there, and I just want you to take heed to the message. Watch out for anybody who come along who may be trying to persuade you in some kind of way, whatever it may be, because I'm just picking up deception in there. Sometimes this deception could be you know, adultery, cheating, um people setting you up, right? Making things look like an accident, try to take you out of here. So I'm just gonna put that out there, that because I'm seeing some changes that's gonna happen, right? Not just in the health, but I'm seeing some deceitful things that's coming through here. So just be mindful of what you are doing going forward and what others may be trying to do to you going forward, right? And your husband, your significant other, say some prayers around his health as well, right? Because ancestors is just saying that this is the year, right, where things is going to take a change. It's going to take a turn, and it's not going to be a good change or turn. Okay, so we just going to put prayers out there, all right, Kayla, for yourself, for your partner, for your children, your grandchildren, if you have any. We just putting it around everyone. Okay. The number one thing the ancestors want you to do is, how many daughters? You said you had 7 children. How many daughters do you have? Right? Because the strongest thing is the ancestors are saying is your daughters, right? You should have a strong bond with them. Okay. You have 3 daughters. All right. How's your bond with them? Do they hold resentment to you because of anything within your relationship? Because ancestors is just, yes, you do. Okay. Make sure you keep that bond going with them, because that's the important thing. Make sure that you strengthen that bond, keep that bond going. Yes, sometimes, yeah, that's where that energy is coming from. Okay. as far as your daughters having this resentment of some things that happen, and sometimes they may feel like you put a man before their needs, or you didn't do something because of your relationship. You understand? And I don't care if you don't admit to it, because I tell you, family, at the end of the day, even if you don't admit it to me, at the end of the day, every tongue must confess. I'm going to say this: a lot of your illnesses is centered around that right there. Okay. A couple hate that I stayed with him throughout the abuse. Yes. Yes. I know. I know. It's a lot of things going on in there, Kayla. And your health, you know why your health is the way it is? And I'm going to be honest. Your health is the way it is because what you allow to go on and to take place from your past. That's why your health is the way it is. See, we pay. See, when we do things and we don't put our children first and we allow them to see abuse or be abused and things like that, see, we pay the ultimate price for that in our health. I spoke about this before, family, with you all. We pay for that through our health. You all don't believe me? Yeah. You better look on that ladder if you all don't believe me. You pay for that. That's why you talk about like these heart attacks, because the heart represents the remorse, right? The remorse, the love. And when you don't have that for your children, right? We get punished in certain ways. You understand, family? We get punished. This is very true. This is why it's important to repent, ask for forgiveness, strengthen that bond with your daughters, especially because that's where the ancestors is gravitating me towards, especially your daughters. And talk about some things, right? And where you fell short at, you should ask for forgiveness. Don't sit there and act like we don't know, right? Because we mustn't do that. We mustn't act like we don't know what happened. And oh, I can't. No, we have to fix it. We have to repair some things, right? And we have to let it be known that we fell short in that area, and that should have never happened. And you asking for forgiveness. You understand? These things have to go on, because when we don't talk about it and we don't allow it to be a testimony, we pay. We pay for it. So I want you all to know. So, Kayla, please do that. That's important. If you want to see the changes in your health on a good note, please take heed to the message that I'm saying. All right? Because I know that that's why you're going through a heart attack after heart attack, because you had no remorse back then when you allowed your children to be subjected to certain things in that relationship. I know that's why. Please fix it, because the ancestors are already saying that this is going to be the year somebody's health is going to take a turn, and it's not going to be for the good. But we can change things, right? We have the power, because see, the ancestors said we control the outcome of the situation. But when you don't acknowledge it, and when you don't repent for things, or when you don't talk about it, how are you going to change the situation? You understand? How? So don't sit there and act like you don't know, right? When your kids bring something up, don't act like you don't know what they're talking about. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. All right? I'm going to leave that there. I love you much, Keela, and I'm definitely praying over your health, okay? But please take heed to the messages, right? Please do. Yes. So it will be me. I know. I'm not saying, Keela, I'm not saying that because I know that you have the power now to make some shifts. That energy is being picked up on both ends with the health, right? But looking at you, right? The ancestors is saying, yes, you is going to be some changes, but you got the power to turn it the right way. You understand? You can correct it. You have time to correct it. That's the thing. When you do nothing about it, that's that's when it becomes a negative, right? So I'm just going to say that, Keela, you can do some things right now. You can do it, right? Talk to your children about some things and ask them for forgiveness for some things that you put them through or allowed them to go through in that home. That's important. You have to do that. You not doing that, that right there is what's going to take you out of here. And I have to be truthful in that message. So you should be calling up each and every one of your children, and you need to be discussing some things with them and let them get whatever it is that's been on their chest and been bothering them. Let them get it out. And you need to get it out as well and ask them for forgiveness for some things that you allowed them to endure. Right? I'm gonna leave that message right there, Kayla. Um, and I'm sorry, family, because I have no control over what the ancestors bring through, right? And I know sometimes the energy get heavy. Sometimes that energy get heavy, family, right? So I just want to say that, right? I've tried, but they make it seem like it is okay. And that's all right. Give them all the love, right? Even your adult children. People think that because your children is 18 or grown and out the house, you don't have to do certain things. No, right? I got grown children out the house, honey, and I still do certain things like as if they were in the house, right? I love my children, even my adult children. You understand? When I cook, I still bring them food. I still tell them I cook dinner, come over for dinner, bring the grandkids over. You understand? Things we supposed to be doing as a family. Unity. Unity. Yes, ancestors love unity and when you bring the family together, right? So we have to be doing these things, family. We have to be doing these things, all right? Um, whenever Kayla, because I see you said that they seem to make it seem like it's okay, and that's okay. But whenever they get to the point where they want to throw things up in your face, don't think you have to be the tough one and deny it. Yes, take ownership for some of the things that you have done. Take ownership for it. Yes, I've done that and I messed up. And I wish that I had done things differently back then. But I'm asking for forgiveness now, right? You need to be doing that, right? So I'm just going to leave it there because when we don't acknowledge it, that's the thing, right? When we don't acknowledge it, we keep the curse going, right? We got to break those curses. Yeah, acknowledge it. Shame the devil. Tell the truth. Right? So I'm just going to say that our grown children need it the most. Yes, most definitely. Yes, because we just got back together. That's, yeah, yeah. You see what I'm saying, Killer? Before you lay your head to bed tonight, honey, you think back about everything that I just said to you, and you'll be able to put everything together. Oh, yeah. hmm You and him just got back together. Yeah. And that's why that came out. hmm This relationship. hmm Yeah. But you don't feel right. It's a reason, right? Follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. So I'm gonna say that, Kayla. It's some things you gotta do, right? It's some things you have to do, honey. some things, right? Um, you you know, sometimes we let people back in our life that cause trauma in our family. We let them back in our life, right? And then it cause more trauma. You understand? Just think about that, right? Leave that there. All right, let me see who's next in here, family. Um, all right, hold on, family, because I gotta get back in there now. Yeah, I got to go. I've been hitting these things as I go along, so I need to backtrack. Um, Miss Angelique. Miss Angelique. Kayla says 3 months after I took him back, his mother passed. Yeah. And she hated you and your kids? Yeah. She hated you and your kids. Even though you're not in a relationship with mom, you're in a relationship with him. You understand? But see, it's some things that is hard to do as a family when you got somebody hating you and your children, right? You can't even be a family together. You can't even do things. You can't even go out with your mother-in-law, your whomever you want to call it, right? And do some things as a family. So you, him, and his mom, y'all can't get together, right? And do some things together as a unit. You understand what's going on in there, Kayla? It's some things that we subject our children to that we don't even have to subject them to. You got to be kidding me, right? If my husband want to go out with his mother and I want to go out with my husband, there's no reason why we all can't go out together like a family because my husband loved his mother and my husband loved me. Now, when we can't do that because your mother hate me, that's a problem. You understand? That's a problem. So just think about some things, Kayla, right? You're very welcome, Kayla. Angel, is that you? Yeah, that's you. All right. It's me, Miss T. Okay. Um, why is this doing this? All right, Angel. Let's see what the ancestors need you to know. I don't know because ancestors are just screaming some things that tells me these relationships, you know, that's what the ancestors just screaming to me, Angel. Right? These relationships, your whole life right now is centered around relationships or a relationship. A relationship, either you want a relationship or either whatever's going on in there, right? Um, I gotta look at those things, right? And the type of relationships you're getting into because these are repetitive relationships that do the same thing. Okay. So these sometimes you get in these relationships, and guess what? They wind up being no good for you because they do the same thing. The same thing they done did to you, they done did to the last partner. They're going to do to the next partner. And then guess what? You get into another relationship, and guess what? You got the same relationship that the last partner done did to you. So as far as your relationships go, the ancestors are saying, hold tight. When the right relationship is for you or come along, that's going to be your blessing. You understand? So it's some things that you have to know about being in a relationship. And the thing is, this started from way back, right? I got to look at you your younger years. Okay, your younger years could have been something that you needed to be taught about boys growing up that you wasn't taught, or how boys should treat you, or how you should allow a boy to treat you or handle you. Something happened back there. I'm just going to say that something happened back there, right? And sometimes when we don't get the lesson that we needed to learn about a boyfriend or how a boy should treat us, right? When we get older, then we see how we allow them to mistreat us, right? Or misuse us, right? Sometimes they misuse us in ways that's the unthinkable, right? Just use us for pleasurable things, and then when that's done, they moving on to the next one, right? So it's some things in there the ancestors are definitely saying that you have to learn about relationships, right? That's where all your bondage stems from. Emotional pain, trauma, damage is in that area with relationships, right? Let's see what the ancestors want you to know. Ooh, child, I know ancestors. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. Ancestors have some blessings coming for you. All right, Angel. But you gotta hold out, right? You gotta know that past relationship and the one before that, and even the one currently, right? It's not the one for you. Okay. The relationship to come is the one that you need to focus on, right? He didn't get here yet. He didn't get here yet, right? He didn't get here yet. The thing is, make sure that you know your worth. This is what the ancestors are saying. Make sure that you know your worth. Because if not, I'm just seeing somebody coming along and taking advantage of you the same way the last one did and the one before that did. That's what I'm seeing. And the one that you may have been messing around with here and there, but really wasn't a boyfriend, right? Just for fun type situation you could have been getting into. You got to stop that, because that's where it is. The answer say that's your bondage. That's what's going to keep you in bondage. A relationship is going to keep you in bondage when you don't know your self-worth. Okay? So basically, the self-worth tells me that you need to be operating out of integrity. So when you have that certain one that comes along, you don't need to be cheating on them. If you're married, you don't need to be committing adultery, right? They need to be treating you the same way as you treat them. So both of you need to be operating out of integrity. This need to be a spiritual man. So when the person come along, if they not on a spiritual level, that ain't the one. All right, Angel. So I just want to let you know that. Oh, your name fits who you definitely are. I'm gonna say that. And who you definitely need in your life. Your name fits it. Okay? One thing is the ancestors are saying, know your worth. Okay? Don't stoop down, don't bow down for no man, for no relationship, because you think this is this is the one, although they're not treating you the way you deserve it. You understand? No. You'll see the first sign and warning. You say, no, thank you. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. You understand? I learned that. I learned that very well. Oh, yeah, the ancestors taught me that very well, family. I'm going to teach you all that too. No, thank you. I'm not interested. That's right. That's what you got to say. I'm not interested. You understand? You'll see the signs. You're going to see the signs because the ancestors said you're going to see the signs. Just take heed to it. As soon as you see the signs, don't sit there and think maybe this could work. Maybe no, no, thank you. I'm not interested. You understand? Because that's what's keeping you in bondage. Once you stop these relationships, I don't care if these are. Let me tell you something. I don't care if it's these fly by day relationships. You just casually dating someone and y'all just dating and y'all just being intimate. No, that has to stop. That has to stop. So if you're doing that now, that has to stop. Because what the ancestors are saying, integrity, love, your self-worth. That's what the ancestors are saying. So no more of that. If you're doing that now, that has to stop. All right. Repent for those things and don't do it again and move on. Right? Move on. Because that's what needs to be done. Okay. That is your message, Angel. This is what needs to be done because that's your downfall. Once you listen to that message, once you start adhering to that message, you're going to see all the blessings and prosperity fall all over you. Once you do that right there, what I'm telling you about. And take you a spiritual bath as well, okay, to detox from all whomever you've been around. But once you do that, ancestors are saying once she do that, once she complete that, once she know her self-worth and stop being in these relationships that's going to constantly do the same thing, all the prosperity and blessings is going to fall all over her, right? Yeah, your faith is being tested. I want you to know that your faith is being tested, Angel. Yeah. You're very welcome, Angel. You're very welcome. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. And know that. Don't just say it. You better do it. That means when somebody call you up tonight and say, Angel, yeah, let's get together and do XYZ, and you know they got other things on their mind, that means you say, no, thank you. I'm not interested. You understand? No, thank you. I'm not interested. All right. So I'm just going to say that. All right. Let me see where I'm at in here. Yes, I'm praying for you. You got this. Your faith is being tested. This is your faith being tested, Angel. Hope you know, right? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see who's in here. I got to get back in here, family. Yeah, and that's exactly what someone is coming to do. Someone is coming, Angel, to play, play on you, play on your heart and your emotions, play on the trauma that you already been through, right? They come in here and they use you. That's what's going on in here, Angel. Now I want you to sit back and I want you to think about the current and the past relationships you've been in, because that's what's going to happen with this next relationship if you're not taking heed to the message, right? The right one is coming. It's along the path, but he ain't get here yet. He ain't get here yet. Angel said, LOL, my new slogan. That's right. That's right. No, thank you. I'm not interested. Oh, yeah. I had to learn that the hard way after the ancestors had to get on me, right? And do a spiritual chokehold on me. Then I knew that very well. No, thank you. I'm not interested. You understand? And after that, I felt those wings come on my back because the ancestors are like, there you go. That's right. No, thank you. I'm not interested. Not interested. Yeah, I know. Not interested. You're going to feel it too, Angel. As soon as you start making that a part of your slogan. Not interested. No, thank you. Okay. Brandy, I see. Okay. All right. All right. Brandy. Brandy, are you in here? Okay. I see. Um, this is for your daughter. Um, one thing I'm gonna say, right, Brandy. Um, I'm gonna pull some cards for your daughter, but I'm gonna be mindful, right? Because I know this is your daughter. This is the thing. Even if you know or you don't know about it, whether she told you or your intuition is just calling for it, I'm gonna say this. Your daughter have have some things that's going on with her. Okay. She has some things that's going on. One of the things is she definitely have to know all about being divine. Okay. And what I mean by that, watching the people that she's hanging out with, the things she's taking in her body, right? Even the things that she may allow somebody to do to her body, right? See, that's the thing that's going on in here. Another thing that is going on is who is the individual who was around your daughter? Who was the other man that you had around your daughter? Because I'm just picking up some things that tells me that because of that individual that you may have had, right? Something happened in there. Okay. I don't know if you are aware of it, but something happened to her back there, whether she ever told you or talked to you about it or not, right? Something happened to your daughter. And that could have just put her on this spiral of just being out of control, right? Just could have put her on the edge of being out of control or lack of respect because I'm just seeing the motherly issues that's definitely coming through, right? That's definitely coming through in there. The issues that's going on, right? And if you don't talk to your daughter about the trauma and things that happened to her that she may be keeping bottled up inside, it's going to send her on this dark road, right? The dark road that tells me that she's going to more likely be in and out of the system for something, right? Or have a record because of something. And it doesn't mean that she had to harm somebody, right? But the things that she's doing in her life, right? And the people that she hook up with could just put her on that path of just getting in legal troubles. So that's one thing. Okay. Another thing is, Pack Light. You having a hard time. You're having a hard time. You're having a hard time with this situation with her being exposed nude on the internet every day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's some of the things that you're gonna go through. I'm not aware of anything that happened to her that she never told me. Okay, you need to talk to her. You need to have a talk with her. And when you have a talk with her, right, ask her some questions. Ask her some questions in particular. Ask her, you know, about some things that centered around her when she was just say 9 and 10 years old. Ask her, who did you have around your daughter around that time? Just ask her, right? Maybe you left her with somebody or left her because you had to tend to some other things or whatever the case is, right? But something happened in there that left her with some trauma. Okay. She told me that her male cousin tried to touch her before, but I'm not aware any male. The only male is your son dad. Was your son dad around her when she was 9 and 10 years old? Answer that. And when did she tell you this? When she was 9 or 10 years old? Answer that, Pack Light. Because see, it's something more that's going on in there, right? And the thing is, you need to talk to her about that, right? You need to talk to her about that because that's where this is stemming from. And sometimes when people do inappropriate things to us, touch us inappropriately, sometimes we either use that and let it be our demon or we conquer that, right? And that's why you have people exposing themselves, right? Like how you saying she's doing on this internet, right? Because we allow their demons to become our demons. So now we start doing inappropriate things, right? When people do certain things to us, we carry their demons and we allow other people to touch us. So we just do things casually, sexually, because somebody has put their demons on us. We let people see us, right? So you have to teach her that her body is sacred, right? Whatever happened in there is not her fault. Whatever happened, whatever comes to light, right? Because I know she's hiding some things. She's holding on to some trauma back there. The thing is, you need to always let her know that none of that is her fault. Whatever happened, even this cousin, okay? Even his cousin. But you need to talk to her about some things and let her know, right? To don't allow that what happened to her or what somebody did to her to become her demon, right? Her body is sacred, it's a temple, and she needs to carry herself as such, right? There's a lot of prosperity around her, but there's some things that you have to do as a mother as well, Pack Light. And I'm gonna say that because the ancestors is tugging on me strong that she need that mother. And I know it's hard to put up with our children when they doing some things we don't want them to do, right? We want to strangle them, we want to throw them out the house, we want to do all kind of things to them, right? But sometimes we have to make the sacrifices for our children, right? Sometimes we have to do those things. Sometimes we just have to do it. Even if we don't want to, we just have to do it. And the reason why I say that, Pack Light, is because you are going to be the one that's going to pay for what your daughter is doing. You're going to pay for it. She's going to pay for some things too, but because she's underage, you are going to pay for it. That's what's going to happen. You're going to pay for it. You don't see it now. You don't see it now. You may not see it now, but you're going to pay. Reason being, for one, she's underage. For two, she needs your guidance and love. And for three, when she came to you with something, what did you do with it? What did you do with that information? Right? And right now, what she's doing right now to you, you're paying for it right now. You're paying for it. So right now, you having a broken heart, you're emotional, you're being torn here and there. this is going on, you're being stressed out because this is what she's doing and you can't sleep. See, you're paying for it right now. You're paying. You understand what's going on? Pack light. You got to get a hold of your daughter and you got to talk to your daughter about some things, about how sacred she is and how she needs to walk in her divine light. You understand? Some things going on back there. And that's what the ancestors want you to do. Get a hold of your daughter. Get a hold of her. I know it's not going to happen overnight, Pack Light, but you got to get a hold of her, right? And you have to start it off easy, right? Mother daughter outings, start it off easy. Just you and her, nobody else. You got to let her talk about some things, the pain, the trauma, whatever it is. And the number one thing is take ownership for it, right? And allow her to take ownership for some of the things that she is doing as well. But don't sit there and be like, well, I'm the mother and this is how. No, you have to hear her voice. You have to hear the voice. Family. Yeah, he was around. I've asked about him before, and she said nothing ever happened. Okay. So you asked about the boyfriend. She allowed herself to be recorded having sex, and the people she into it with keeps repeating it. Yeah, yeah, some things. What's the lesson that needs to be learned? Your daughter have to learn that her body is sacred and it's a temple, right? And everybody shouldn't be seeing her in that light, right? Yeah, some things going on in here. I've tried, but she doesn't listen. Okay. You don't give up. We have to stay on top of them, Pack Light. We have to stay on top of them, right? I know I've already accepted it, but I know I've done right by my children. Yes, and that's all you could do is continue to do right by her, right? And hopefully she'll open up to you about some things, right? With this cousin, what I want to know, when she came to you about the cousin, right? I'm going to pull some cards. But when she came to you about the cousin, how old was she then when she told you this? When this happened with the cousin who was inappropriate with her? Tell me. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the next comment. She told me about it when she was 16. Okay. Hmm. Did she tell you what when it happened? Because this is something that happened when she was 9, 10. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. I've told her that I've been an example for my child. She chose this path from influences. Yes, and that's another thing. Allowing people to influence her, right? But a lot is what she's seeing. A lot is what she's seeing from other women, right? Other women in her family, other females that she may be around. So know that. hmm So there's some things that have to be done. Let me pull. Let me pull. Let me pull. Let me pull. Oh, child. So just do that out gracefully. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say this because it's some your daughter, and I expect that. I expect that from her because she's young. All right, Pack Light. But with your daughter is it's a lot of how can I say it? Back and forth. She confused in there, right? So she may be reneging on some things that she tell you that she's going to do and don't do it, right? So many contradictions in there, and that's okay because she's young, all right. They do these things, right? They tell you, "Mama, do this." I'm gonna act right, and then a couple of days later, they back to doing something that you asked them not to do. Okay, so that can happen. Um, but this is all about people that she's around, right? So yes, the influences that's in her life, right? Um, especially a boy is what I'm picking up, especially a boy. So these things is going on. She's being influenced. Ancestors want you to also know and tell her, right, about this young man that she's hanging around. Okay, let her know that this young man is not the one for her. This young man doesn't even know what he want to do in his own life. You understand? So give her confirmation on some things. Give her the confirmation on some things. You understand? Let her know, because this is all I'm seeing. She don't know what she want to do. The female she with don't know what they want to do. The boy she hooking up, he don't know what he want to do. But again, they still young, right? They still learning. That's why you need to get a hold of your daughter, right? You need to get that alone mother daughter time with your daughter and get her away from those individuals. Even if you gotta, and I hate to say this, what I'm going to say next, but even if you have to threaten her with putting her away somewhere if she don't get some act right, and I hate to say that, but that's the last resort. Okay, that's the last resort. Um, she never came to me about the cousin. She was being smart, texting the cousin about it. I read about it through text. Oh, okay, okay. Well, you know what? And and this is the thing, right? That happened, right? Don't shame her for that because she didn't come and tell you, because I know that it's trauma back there that she's holding on to. Okay, I know, and I know it's still other things that's going on back there. But don't ever make her feel shame because she didn't come to you about it. But allow her to talk about these things with you, right? I have been trying to protect my child with no help. I have told her all this, Miss T. And you know, and keep telling her. Keep telling her. I know it's not easy. She lies and manipulate. Yeah, I picked up a lot of confusion, manipulation, and things like that on her. But she's still she doesn't know how important her life is right now. I'm gonna say that, Peck. Like she doesn't quite understand that as of yet. You know how it is when we're teenagers, we think we know everything, right? But we're hard headed and we got to learn some things the hard way. And that's what's going to happen. Your daughter's going to learn some things the hard way, right? And you're going to pay for some of the things as well. The only thing that you can continue to do is, like the ancestor said, is to get in there and build that motherly relationship with her. That's what you need to do. Build that motherly relationship with her. That's what you have to do, Pack Light. And let her get some things off her chest. My response wasn't appropriate, but I was pissed off. And I said, well, he should have if you're not telling me so I can do something. And that's that, you know what? Eh, That's the thing, Pack Light. Because sometimes we say things when we angry or we upset. And sometimes words can't be taken back once it's said, right? Those words stick with people, right? So some things stuck with your daughter. some of that pain and trauma. And it's not saying that you're a bad mother or a bad person, right? Because we all say something out of anger that we shouldn't have said, right? But it's stuck with your daughter, right? So a lot of things that she been through and the things that you have said, it didn't help it, right? And now here's that trauma that's in there that have her spiraling out of control. And all those demons that was attacking her or that has attacked her, she allowed it to manifest within, and now she is bringing it out. And that's why she's operating right now in this light, showing her body, having boyfriends and doing things with the boyfriend, right? This is what's going on right now. hmm You got to get a hold of her because what I'm seeing is a cycle. And what the ancestors are showing me, you see what's going on right now? She's going to have a daughter. And you watch because right now I'm getting ready to give you some future revelation. She's going to have a daughter. And that daughter is going to be doing the same thing that she is doing. And you know what's going to happen? The same thing that you did, she is going to do to her daughter. That's what's going to happen. Because the ancestors are already bringing it through. So this is the cycle. Unless you get a hold of her and get her to get some act right, for her to change some things along her path so she can monitor her own child when that child gets here, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a cycle repeating itself. And I could tell you something else. The same relationship you have with your mother is the same relationship she got with you. And you know what? And your granddaughter is going to have the same relationship. You understand what's going on here, Pack Light? It's a cycle. That's a curse that need to be broken. You do it, your mother, your daughter, now your granddaughter. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. That's why it's important, like the ancestor said, to get a hold of her. Right? You want to break this curse, this cycle, you need to get a hold of her. It's a repeated cycle from my mom. Yes. Your mom, you, your daughter, and now your granddaughter. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We got to be breaking these cycles, Pack Light. And if you want this wedge to continue between you and your daughter, then don't listen to the message. You understand? But if you want to have that strengthen that bond between you and your daughter, you're going to have to start doing motherly and daughterly things, right? I don't care what's going on in there. You're going to have to starting off small, right? Little by little. It's not gonna everything is not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take work, but you building it from here. You building it. So you're gonna have to make the time. Mother-daughter dates. That's it. Mother-daughter dates. Start wheeling her back in. Start gaining her trust again. Allow her to let her release whatever demons or whatever baggage that she have. Allow her to get it off her chest because that's what's going to heal her. So let her get it off, even if you may feel upset by it, right? Because you feel in your heart, I'm a good mother. I do everything for my kids. Yes, and that's fine. And you should always feel like that. And you should always continue to be a good mother. But you have to allow her to heal what's going on inside of her because she's going through some things right now. You're going through it right now too because of some things you didn't do or whatever you said back then. But allow her to allow her to let that out, right? We can't just give up and say, oh, well, I don't like the way she said, and she said this to me, so I don't want to do it no more. No, we got to take the good and the ugly, family. Our kids say something and we know that's true. We got to suck it up because it's true. Deep down, you know some of the things is truth. You just got to suck it up and see where you fell short at and rebuild from there. Okay? That's what you have to do, Pack Light. Okay? Yes, you're a good mother. Yes, you're doing the best you can, but sometimes we have to let some things aside when we want to heal and nurture our children, and we want them to be the better version of what we have been or what our parents have done to us, right? We want them to be the better version of that. So we got to do some things, right? We got to, it's called making sacrifices. So sometimes we got to hear the things we don't want to hear, right? We have to do that. So this is what's going on. All right, Pack Light. You got to be doing this, right? Mother daughter date. Get that set up. Do some things. Like I said, it's not gonna happen overnight, but you don't give up. You keep trying. Okay, keep trying, Pack Light. I feel like I've told her right from wrong. I've showed her, and yes, we teach our children right from wrong. And you know what? Some things come to resurface, and then guess what? All hell breaks loose, right? But we still have to guide them. Let me tell you something. My adult son, even though boys, they say boys is like 10 years behind us females, but he's grown, right? I still guide my son. I taught him right from wrong. But sometimes we need to be the reminder, like, now I know you was taught better than that. So why are you doing that? You understand? Sometimes you gotta throw that out there every once in a while, right? Because I tell you, family, we could be the best parents ever, and our children still go out there and run and act like heathens, like you never told us. My husband always say, "We not taking ownership for that." When they go out there and we know we taught them better, and they running around like heathens, we not taking credit for that, right? No, that's all you right there, because we taught you better. But it happens, right? It happens, family. I feel like I told her all of this before. All this happened so that she wouldn't have to experience certain things. Yes, yes. And sometimes we think we're doing a greater good when we shelter our children from some things, right? And sometimes it don't. Sometimes it does, right? And sometimes it don't. And that's why we need to always be open and honest with our children about our own life and our own past. So we won't repeat certain things, right? This happened to me in my life between me and my mother, and I don't want it to happen between me and you. All right. So I want us to have open relationships, no secrets, and anything, going on, you can always come to me about. That's why we shouldn't keep secrets, right? Because sometimes we think we keeping secrets to shield our children, but we really harming them. Yes, Packley, I'm reading what you're saying. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot going on in there. I know it is, right? I know it's a lot going on in there. I know it's a lot. Work on that motherly relationship. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Ancestors want you to work on that motherly relationship. So start there, right? Start building from there, right? One day at a time. Mother daughter date. I done said it, right? Mother daughter date. Okay. Mother daughter date. Start it there. All right, Pack Light. It's gonna be okay. You take heed to the message, right? You're gonna have to start doing some things, right? Even if you don't feel like that's necessary, it's necessary. It's necessary that you do it. Mother daughter dates, okay? One day at a time. All right, I'm looking in here. Hold on, family. Oh, okay. Denise. Denise, did I do you? I thought hmm, thought I did you, Denise. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Sound like I called your name before. Oh, okay. I think you was probably looking familiar because I had Bonk G, that's you? Oh, okay. Bonk G. I'm like, Denise. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on with you, Bonk G. I'm gonna pull some messages for you. You are very welcome, Pack Light. Love you much. You got this. Mother daughter date. Mother daughter date. Bonk G, like, no, you didn't. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Um, Chrissy said you did someone similar name, Miss T. Okay. All right, family. I apologize. Bonk G, like, yes. All right, I'm gonna put some messages for you, Bonk G. I'm gonna say this. It's been some energy coming through here, family. Yeah, we got work to do, family. We got work to do, right? We have some work to do, family. One thing I'm gonna say, Bunk G, is um, all I'm picking up is a lot of emotional things that's going on, and the thing is, Bunk G, it's all good, Miss T. The thing is, Bunk G, with you, right? Um, is some emotional things that tells me hmm, something happened in there, right? I'm gonna just say this. Um, some things could have happened in your home that you could have known, or you could have known about, or found out about, or you probably still don't know about, right? But if you do know about it, just be truthful with yourself, right? Be truthful to yourself, and admit some things, because that's where the curses lie, when we act like, when we don't take responsibility for some things, right? We don't take accountability. We act like, you know, things didn't happen that we know happened, right? Because I tell you, the spiritual realm see everything. They know everything. But it may have been some things going on, right, in the home, even with your own children, right? Some things, and you know how children do child's play, and they do inappropriate things, right? Could have happened to you too, as a child, like your brother, your sister, right? Um, because it be some things that goes on in the house, and that's where it stemmed from, right? It stemmed from us doing inappropriate play with each other, right? Inappropriate child's play, right? And you have the kids, they humping on each other and doing all kind of things, right? I don't know. Ancestors just taking me there with you, Bonk G. All right. Um, so I'm gonna say that, right? Some things going on in there. One thing is, you know, you could have been, and this is the thing, right? See, you always got to be mindful of the relationships that you get into. We get in these relationships because we get in these relationships because of our upbringing, right? Or what we've been through in our life. So we allow certain things to go on within these relationships. And one thing I'm going to say is somewhere in your life, you got somebody that you've been around. I don't know. They could have been constantly in jail or in and out of jail or something going on in there, right? Something going on in there, right? I'm going to say this, definitely just be mindful of some things, right? Um, who you share your energy with, right? Who you allow to come in your home, right? Who your children, even your adult children, right? Who they bringing in their home because what they do is going to affect your grandchildren. Okay, so don't ever think that the coast is clear because our children are grown and we did our job. We did a good job, but we still got our grandchildren, right? That they going to create and it's going to come out of these things, right? And it's going to be a product of some things that our children do. So I want you to know that that's important, all right? That is important because I'm just seeing somebody in and out of the legal system, right? In and out the legal system. It's just trauma in there, right? Some things going on in there. All right, let's see what's going on. Ancestors. So when I bring this forth, Bungji, watch out for your own, not just your children, but your grandchildren, right? What's going on in their home, in their life, right? What they're doing, who's around them. Because we should be concerned about this. Don't think it just end with our children. Don't think it just end with our children. Okay. All right, let's see what ancestors want you to know, Bungji. Still a lot of things, ancestors. Come on, ancestors. Okay. Bongji said, right. I'm raising 2 special need grands of mine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why are you raising them? Share that. Who is this? Your daughter child or your son child? Your grandson behavior. You don't know why? Yeah. I'm gonna say this. Where they parents? Why are you raising them? Share that, Fong Ji. Why are you raising them? Share that. Oh, child. Come on, answer. Speak about it. Your oldest son went blind. Okay. Where's the mom? Where's mom? And I'm gonna say this. You see how you have the autistic sons, and anybody could attest to this. But I'm gonna shed some light on some things that some of you all don't know, but my spiritual family know because I put you all up and I taught you all a lot of things. These your autistic your autistic grandchildren that you're raising, right? Where's mom? Where's their mom at, Bongji? Right? And be honest about these things. But I'm gonna say this: these autistic grandchildren that you're raising, see, ancestors always say that they're special in their own way, right? But a lot of them get inflictions, right? These autistic children that come into the world, they get inflictions from the things that we do. Things that we do. We bring this to them. This is the things that we take into the body. This is also the deceptions that we are doing, right? Or the deception that we allow people to do to us that we keep secrets about. So I want you all to know that. That's why it's important to bring things to the light. That's why it's important because see, I know that in the home, Bonk G, and I'm gonna say this, whether you know it or not, okay, some things and sometimes it's child's play, right? And they do things in the home, right? Whether we paying attention to the kids or not. these things go on. And as a result of it, because these things went on and because these children never tell or talk about it, right? Never bring these things to the surface, they children pay for some things, right? Your son, who you say went blind, this is another thing, right? See, a lot of this have to do with when you know that you've seen something and you should say what you've seen. You should talk about the things that you see, but you don't. You act like you didn't see it when you know you did, right? The Most High have a way of coming in and taking our sight away, since we want to act like we didn't see things that we know we seen, right? And we should speak about the things that we seen. That's what's going on in there, right? Sometimes we witness things, and because we don't speak about it to change the life of someone else, right? So, for example, if we witness somebody murder somebody, or we witness somebody do something else horrific to somebody, but we don't say it, we don't bring it to the light, even if we don't tell our parents, right? Because we witnessed that and we didn't say anything, right? And it could have potentially saved the life or trauma happening from other people down the line, right? Ancestors said the Most High step right on in and take our sight away, take our vision away. This is what's going on. This is real, family. So I hope you all know this. This is very real. You can go back and look at your own self and see what's going on with your own self, right? Don't sit up there and act like you don't see things when you know you did, right? We're supposed to be living testimonies of things that has happened to us, so we can make sure we break these curses from happening to our children and our loved ones. That's the only way, is to bring it to the light. So I want you all to know that. Bong Ji said, their mom never been in a life, so I share joint custody with son. These are his kids. Yes, very good. And I'm happy that you stepped up to the plate. My grandson is autistic and my granddaughter is deaf. Yeah. And this is exactly what happens, right? This is what happens. And Bong Ji, you can sit back and, recall some things, okay? Recall some things and you'll see why the children carrying the sins of their parents, right? So we give them the inflictions, basically, right? We give them these inflictions. So I'm gonna just leave it there. One other thing, Bong Ji, is I have to look at just your life in general, right? Some things that you are obtaining, some things that you want to do in your life, right? One thing I'm gonna say is you got people out there that may not approve of some of the things you do, right? They even may be jealous of you, right? Because you have that going on too. Some people, they're just jealous, just jealous. Another thing is, if you say you're going to do something, make sure that you do it, right? And watch out for the people who say that they're going to do some things, but they don't do it, right? They leave you stuck in a hole, right? They tell you, oh, don't worry about it, I'm gonna do it, but then they don't do it when you depend on them to do it, right? Because ancestors say the people who do that to you, right? And when you encounter that, just know that these people do that out of spite, right? These people do this to you, Bong Ji, out of spite. Okay, so just be mindful of anybody who's doing that to you, right? Don't depend on them. Don't ask them again, right? Move away from them because that's what they do out of spite. Some people want you to depend on them just to let you down because they're jealous of you, right? Jealous of your potential, where you could possibly be, what you may be doing, right? So they want to keep you in stagnation. They're a part of that, keeping you in stagnation. So just be mindful of that, Bong G, right? Because that is along your path as well, right? Another thing is, you know, ancestors definitely is saying that put focus all your time on these grandbabies, right? I know that you probably want to get out there and do some me things, right? Or do some things with, you know, your friends or whatever, right? Because we like to go to gatherings or social gatherings, but it's okay if you don't go, right? Take it as a blessing when you don't go, right? Take it as a blessing because the blessing is really coming through your household. That's what you need to do. Maintain your household, help with the children, help your son. Okay. That's where your blessings is going to come from. All right. All the work that you're putting into your household, that's where your blessings is going to come from, Bong Chi. So I want you to know that. Just keep doing a greater good in your home, right? In your home. So pour all the prosperity and blessings and the love and the healing energy into your home. So that's your grandchildren and whomever else in your home, right? Pour that love in your home, and you're going to see the blessings that's going to come out of it, all right? So I want you to know that. So anytime somebody is trying to, you know, put you in stagnation or anything like that, or try to hold you up, hold your plans up, or delay anything you may be trying to do, remember, take that as a blessing. Always take that as a blessing. Okay? Because the ancestor said, your time and what you do is valuable. Well, put that value in your home and in the love that you put into your home. Right, Bong Ji? So that is your message. Make sure that you are doing that. Um, let's see. Let me go in there. That I do work and come home and wait on my son and grands. That's good. Good. Put all that love into them. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. You're gonna be rewarded, right? The rewards is definitely along your path, Bongchi. I want you to know that. The blessings is there. Just keep doing the greater good that you're doing in your home, right? Right now you are doing the greater good, right? By the children, by your son. Mm-hmm. Make sure you keep a watchful eye on the children as well. It's important that you do that. Keep a watchful eye on them. Because like the ancestors were saying, some things that's going on or have went on in the home. And these be cycles as well. Some things that may have happened with you and then with your children and now with your grandchildren. You got to make sure, right? Keep a watchful eye on them. And anyway, I think you spoke of something about somebody acting up. You look into that, right? Because sometimes when people create a certain environment or they do something out of the ordinary to a child, that makes them act up in certain ways. So you keep a watchful eye on your grandchildren, Bongji. Thank you so much. I needed to hear that. I was doing the right things. Yes, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Hmm. Um, I don't even know what. Okay, I got you. Um, thank you, sweetie. K Swin, sending you much love, honey. Okay, hold on, family. I'm like in and out on two different things. Okay, I see what some of you all done. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, I think that's all for my messages, family, because I looked in my email as well. All right, family, you all got the messages. Make sure that you are take heed to the messages, family. Right? We can get deep.
Mom, I don't know what's happening to the toilet.
You know what is making that noise?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll stop as soon as the water fill back up in it.
Wait.
It sounds like it's howling, right? I know. See, it stopped.
What does that mean?
Nothing. It's just waiting for the water to fill up. I don't know. It just started doing that recently. Bye, Luna. Close my door. Take Luna with you. Yeah, that's my little one coming in here talking about the toilet. It's doing some howling noise. um, but that is the messages, family. And like I said, family, it's some things that we need to be doing, right? And for my Patreon family, I'll see you all tomorrow, right? I will see you all tomorrow up here. But it's some things that we need to be doing, family. Make sure that you all, any one of you all who got messages, make sure that you write some things down, right? Go back, listen to your messages and write some things down because it's some things that we need to be doing in our home and in our lives and to get out of stagnation, get ourselves out of bondage, right? To release these generational curses, to usher in blessings. It's some things, family. See, I'm going to tell you all some things because I can go there. I can go deep. I can go deeper, right? Ancestors is going to give it to me. But I'm going to say this because there's some things, sometimes we worried about the wrong things, family, right? We worried about the wrong things, but we actually, in honesty, we need to be we need to be doing the things that's going to tell us what is going to have universal doors open up, universal doors. Those universal doors is going to affect us, our family, right? And generations to come because those are universal doors that's going to affect everyone. So we need to be ushering prosperity and blessings within those doors, right? We need to be doing some things in there. So I want you all to know that it's some things that we need to be doing. So I just want to say that, family, because sometimes we get readings and we not looking at the big picture, family. We're not looking at the big picture. We just looking at the want. The want, I want, ah. When the ancestors are saying this is what you need to do. You want the prosperity, you want the blessings, you want the wealth, you want the job, you want the car, you want this. This is what you need to do. And it's going to release and open up these doors for that. All right. So sometimes we go through tests. And that's why a lot of us is wondering why we can't usher in prosperity in our life, why we can't get the things we want, why we've been trying to manifest things time after time, but it's not coming through. Because there's some things that we need to do first in order to unlock those doors. So unlock the doors, right? Now, those of you all who got messages, I just gave you all the keys right there to unlock the doors. Once you do those things right there that I spoke of, you're going to see the doors unlock for prosperity and blessings in all areas of your life. Because it's some things that you have to do first. Those are the things that's keeping you in bondage. I just gave you all the keys just now. So those of you all who got a message, utilize your keys. Utilize it. So you can open up these doors. You are going to see, once you apply everything that I just said in those messages, you're going to see the prosperity fall all over you. So go ahead and do it, right? And I love when I have my family that come up here and be a living testimony to what I'm saying. So you're free to come up here and be a living testimony as well to some things, right? That the ancestors tell you all to do, and you have done it, and the prosperity that fell all over you. So I just want to say that because the ancestors, the universe, the Most High love when we give them gratitude, show them gratitude for the things, right? And I tell you, everything that the ancestors told me to do, when I did it, I seen the doors unlock. Every door unlocked. You better believe it, family. You better believe it, right? Um, I could have went deeper into some things, family, but I didn't because reason why. Sometimes I want you all to say it because you the ones that have to say it. You the ones that have to say it, right? Because that's your confessions. And that's what a lot don't understand and they don't know. They don't realize that, right? It's your confessions. I already know, right? See, when you tap in, you already know. You just need to walk in your truth and confess to some things, right? And that's the thing, family. We need to stop living in deception. Stop it. We need to acknowledge some things that we are doing. Take ownership for it. Yeah, we need to be doing that. Walking in our truth, bringing some things to the light, everything to the light. Even the deception we've done, we need to bring it to the light. The trauma and pain we cause others, we need to bring it to the light. Not just our trauma and pain somebody else caused us, but what we are doing. We need to bring it to the light. And we need to stop hiding things from our children. Because when we hide things from our children, they become repeated cycles. We think we shielding them because we hiding it from them. Oh no, they're going to walk right in that same light that we try to hide from them. They're going to do it because we hiding it. So they're going to do the same thing. Don't you ever notice that some things you may have kept from your children, they don't even know that you did it. But then guess what? Now they got older and they did the same thing you done did. But you never told them about it. That's curses. That's generational curses. It's going to keep happening until you bring it to the light. You understand? It's going to keep happening until you bring it to the light. So you got to bring those things to the light and talk about it with your children. Don't hide it. Don't keep secrets from your children. And teach your children don't keep secrets from you. So that way, when somebody do something or something happen, you nip it in the bud right away, ASAP. It's taken care of. You understand? And bring it to the light. Because when the light is shown, the light is shined on a demon. So the demon is just the dark things that someone did to you or the dark thing you may have done. Once the light is shined on that demon, I have a potential of not resurfacing, right? Don't resurface because the light has already been brought to the light. So you need to be the example of what to do and what not to do. You need to be that living testimony. So I'm just going to say that, family. And you all could think back and look back at your own life after this live and see what I'm speaking of. All of you all who've gotten that message, you'll put it together. You all already know. So I'm just going to lay that right there, family, because I know what's going on. The ancestors told me X, Y, and Z some time back, family. And you know what? I never really paid attention to it. But you know what? I jotted it down. All right, ancestors. And guess what? It played out the X, Y, and Z, what the ancestors said. You understand? That's why it's important to bring some things to the light. It's important to bring it to the light. Because if you don't, I done said it, it shortens your lifespan. It shortens your lifespan. And some of us is going to have continuous pain and suffering from some things, family. So I'm just going to say that. I'm going to leave that at that. We all make mistakes. We all are human. We all have done some things, but that's why we have to learn from one another. And I tell you, family, experience is better than any book that I've ever read. And it's going to be better than any book you've ever read too. Learning from life experiences from self and from others, right? Their experiences is the lesson for me. You understand? I know not to go down that road because I seen my mother go down that road. I seen my father go down that road. I seen my cousin go down that road. I'm not trying to go down that road. And guess what? And I'm going to bring all of that to the light to my children to show them, to use them as an example. You see? Because they did X, Y, and Z, and look at this and look at what's going on. So let this be an example. Let this be a lesson for you not to do that. So when that demon presents itself, you know to go the right way. You understand? That's why we shouldn't keep secrets. We keep secrets, we keep following the demon. You understand? We keep secrets, keep everything hidden. Now everybody's following the demon secretly. You understand? Bring that demon to the light, family. That's what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that, family. That's how you keep yourself in bondage, by not bringing the demon to the light. So I'm going to just leave that there, family. You all could go ahead and think about some things and see what I'm saying, right? Some of you all getting readings, you better be getting some spiritual readings to see what you all need to be doing and these curses you need to break. Later for the money and the man, that's going to come afterwards. I keep saying that, family. That all is going to come afterwards. But we got some things we got to do first in order to get it. Nobody want to do the real work. Nobody want to talk about the pain and the trauma and the curses we need to break. That's jumping from generation to generation. From us, our parents, our children, our grandchildren. Nobody want to talk about that. They want to hear all the good stuff. The good stuff is coming. The good stuff is there. But let's fix the things that's killing us now. Let's fix that. What good is to have the wealth and the prosperity when you can't enjoy it? Because you killing yourself slowly, right? You leaving this realm to an early death. So you ain't gonna be able to enjoy it anyway. You get what I'm saying, family? So let's heal and work on the trauma that's jumping from generation to generation, the curses. Let's fix that first. Because once we fix that, that is prosperity right there. And then all the other doors will unlock for prosperity and blessings, family. So know that. So I'm going to get off of here, family. But I love each and every one of you all. And those of you all who've gotten messages, please go back and listen to your message and put it together. Right? Put the message together, what you all need to be doing. Chrissy said, yes, I want to be rich in love with family. That's right. Right? That's right. So true, Miss T. The Most High Ancestors, family, and myself, I repent for known and unknown today. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm in meditation every day, family. Every day. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning, went to sleep at 1, got up at 6, and guess what? And still was in meditation, praying over my family, praying over myself, repenting for even anything that I may not even know that I may have forgotten that I did. You understand? We got to be doing these things. We have to be doing these things. Yeah. The Creator love when you bring all of your trauma and pain to the Creator, right? To the Creator realm. So bring it to the light, family. Bring it to the light. Right? So I just want to say that everything else is an extra blessing. You got that right. You got that right, Chrissy. And I'll see you all tomorrow, family. Right? Have a blessed day, family. Or should I say, have a prosperous day? Because the ancestors has been tugging on me about that lately. So have a prosperous day, family. Okay?